having a son who's 18 years old, I'm consistently in dialogue and conversation about what's acceptable, because young men have to have a hard conversation with their mothers about the boundaries, that if you do X, this is going to be a problem for our relationship. In other words, my son is not allowed to never care for a woman and a child. That is a cardinal sin. That is a sin that will actually cause him to lose favor with his mother.
So meaning if he had a child and was not like taking care of both the mother and the child, you would be like, no way.
Absolutely. So one of the things that we discussed is that if you're going to be with a woman, you have to be prepared to take care of a woman and a child. It's only in poor cultures where you actually say, I'm going to pay child support and take care of a child while the mother starves. So that's really, in healthy cultures that are producing generational wealth, the mother would never be left out of the picture. So we have conversations around what does it mean to build family. And so my son going off into the world, he's going off to the University of Alabama to study business. He actually had a role in my company, Fulford International, as an intern this upcoming year. He understands that his role is to provide for a family. So in order to do that, it's not really advisable for him to accumulate debt in the beginning, because that debt is going to strangle his opportunity. It's going to strangle where he ends up. And it's also going to be, you have $50,000 in debt, but you're only making $45,000 a year. So you can't win in those scenarios.
Correct.
So I always,
which is what ends up happening with a lot of Black people coming out of college. All they tell us is go to school, then you rack up all this debt, you can't get a good job, and you just end up in the pipeline of
you
struggle.
Just you end up in what it is that unless the parents assume the expense of the first life's role, and this is something that's taught in elite wealth classes. The first role is it's post-graduation 4 years of college. It's the first role. What is done in those 4 years determines where they're gonna be the next 15, right? So if they go to school those 4 years and they come out of school unemployed with debt, charged up credit card, and a child, they have a 60 to 70% chance of being poor with a college degree. Everybody knows that. It is actually more economical for me as a parent to absorb the expense. I'm the stronger one. I have the assets. So let me put the burden of this experience on my books and not on his coming out of high school. So that's why that decision was made. It's because my expectation of him is to be able to create a family where a woman is able to actually be a woman. You're not looking for a co-provider. You're not looking for someone to go have from the rent with you. No, you're gonna have to afford the mortgage, the car note, the daycare, and the investments, and the pleasures of your wife. So understanding that, I can't send you into the world as a debtor. I can't send you into the world without proper training. And so this is why it's very important for me to, last year when he got his first credit card was an $18,000 credit card. I've started building out his profile since he's age 18. And so going into college, he will bear no expenses. And that's to give him leverage in life. So he can go and study business. One of the things we're thinking about doing over the summer is sending him to the Harvard Online Business School, just for an introductory course. But when you have real-time goals and expectations for your children, you have to pay the sacrifice. If you do not pay the sacrifice, understand the cycle of poverty will be repeated.